You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't news on YouTube, frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who style this? Aiming at the mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. In the ripto, I side with the cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT trip club leading up to tip off. We fuel by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, summary in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your broke to the lens that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue sky. In the Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming, I made the platform with passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks kid assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Salute. What's good, everybody? What's popping? Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shy Powers, Knicks, Golden State Warriors. We in here about to get it popping, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Jermaine, my brother, was good. Fabian, my dude, what's popping? Salute to my brother, Shy Powers. Now, salute to everybody, man. Listen, man, we in here. Like I told Shy Powers, the leaves are falling down. The sky is crying, ladies and gentlemen. It is going like, I want to say P Valley, down in the valley where the girls get naked, down in the valley where Knicks get naked, ladies and gentlemen. We are down in the valley right now, man. We lost that game last night. Wasn't a good look. Jalen Brunson went down with an ankle injury. Knicks lost 112-101. Defense was there, but offense didn't come to play last night after 3 days off. So, Shy Powers, to you, my brother. I know we're going to get in and get it popping, but first and foremost, what's going on with you? How you doing, my man?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. I want to say this before, usually I go right into it. I want to say this before. Mike Brown must watch Knicks Real Talk. If you listen to Mike Brown yesterday in his sermon that he was giving about the Knicks thing, he mentioned a lot of things that we mentioned here verbatim. So I just want to say that. Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. We'll get more in depth into that. Let's get it.
Yo, Cam from the kickback, my brother, Big Taz, what's popping, my dude? Salute to the chat, man, everybody. Yeah, man, listen, man, we lost one last night, a game that I thought we should have won. Even when Jalen Brunson went down, we wasn't playing real good coming out the gate, 3 days off, whatever. Didn't look like we was in sync. We wasn't cohesion on the offense. We was missing buckets left and right, kind of missed our first 10, 11, 12 shots. Missed like our first 12, 13 3-pointers, something of that nature. But it just wasn't really looking good. And on top of all that, and then, obviously, we got to get the variables out, the negatives and the positive. But Jalen Brunson goes down with a twisted ankle. Nobody responded. We would throw a big cat would have stepped up big time. He didn't. So he really getting a lot of flack out there out in the universe with this with his play. I thought I had him being a big dog in the game before Jalen Brunson went down actually last night. But anyway, he didn't have a game, and Mike Brown kind of made his presence known in the press conference, the post game press conference about that, and the way he felt about him not hustling back. It was just a lot of. It was just a bad taste, ladies and gentlemen. It just was a bad taste because, like I said, even we talked about it in the pregame. Listen, they got some dudes. They got two Hall of Famers over there. They got one who's just a star player, Levine, but they Levy player stepped up. And I thought we did a good job, but we couldn't get no buckets, man. We only scored 101, and not on top of that, when he go down, you miss his 28 points a game. So it was tough, man. It was a tough night, man. And it's you know what I say, Shot Power. We try to stay one of the most positive shows in out here in the stream world, but at the same time, we're not naive though. You know what I mean? We're not naive. We know that there's positive, negative, and everything in life. But right now, like I said, they are down in the valley, man, where the girls get naked, bro. Word on, they just losing the games that they should win. At one time, the defense wasn't playing well. They played better the last 3 or 4 games, but the offense wasn't going. So I mean, it's just a compilation of a lot of things, man. And on top of that, just as I thought yesterday, I was like, man, we started to get fully healthy. I guess that shit go out there because now Jalen Brunson gets injured. So, I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's like a bad aura around this team right now. But hopefully they can get out of it somehow, some way. So salute to the chat, my man, Darren. Darren, what's good? Darren, I appreciate you, my brother, for being a member for us for so long. Suprema and Cam for the kickback, for being a member, man, all that guy. What's good? Johnny Davis, my brother. What's popping with Shaw Powers, man? Walk me back up in this thing, man. Walk me back up ahead because I'm about to, you know me, I try to stay extremely confident about our team, but I'm a little...
I'm gonna say this, Divine. Peaks and valleys.
There you go.
We scream about peaks and valleys as long as I've been on the show with my man Divine. This is my brother right here. With my brother Divine, peaks and valley has been a aura of what he talks about and about the Knicks, about how we play. When we go up, we on the peak. When we down low, we in the valley. Last night, Mike Brown said, there's a lot of peaks and valleys. I was like, oh, snap. I didn't even pay that too much. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, peaks and valleys, we use that line too and stuff.
Yeah.
He goes on into the conversation. He also says, if you don't bring your A game, you get your behind whipped, he said. He said, you get your behind whipped. Oh, snap. My man Divine, see that? Oh, I was about to curse my bad. I almost heard.
Good, bro. This rated off.
He's my man Divine all the time. Last night we played like a D team. I don't know what was going on, and we still had about 6 plays in double figures, but they were low double figures. I mean, they struggled last night. A lot of people were negative last night. I mean, the aura was off, especially when Jalen Brunson went down. They all looked like they were like, oh, man, damn, Jay down. He walked into the back. Tag, what we going to do? It wasn't like, all right, yeah, go ahead to the back. We see you in a little bit and start at halftime. We come back there and see you. Nah, they didn't play like that last night, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But this is the New York Knicks, baby. There's one thing that you could just say, even with that bad loss, because it is in my mouth left behind. I stayed up last night and I had to go to work. But after all of that, the Knicks still in second place. Knicks is still in second place. Knicks is still only 3.5, 4 games out of first place in the East. We got to pull it together, man. Last night was a bad game, and I could, I can't put everything. Mitch had a good game. I like the way Mitch played last night. Deuce was off last night, and he deserved to have a game to be off. This guy's shooting like 75%. All right, not 75%, but he's shooting awesome this year. He is shooting fantastic this year. So for him to have an off game, all right, he had too many games off. So now he had a bad game. All right, tonight he'll probably play better. All right. Everybody else, whatever, man. I'm just like, everybody had an off game at the same time, man. And when Jalen Brunson went down, my first thought was, Cat gonna get 40 tonight. Know what I mean? But I said, if he get 27 and 15, that'll help the team. I don't know what happened. So with all of that being said and all of this stuff, we talked about it about the next 6 games and swing when they come back. We already know what it's about. And we Knicks fans, and we've been through the rough times. Salute to Tony Crow, the Knicks and bruises. We've been through all that, so we'll get through it again. I want to be impressed tonight by the team coming together with if Jalen Brunson doesn't play to get out here and get a win against a team, in my opinion, is a higher caliber team that we lost to last night. So let's get it.
Let's get it. Real talk. Good now. Salute to the chat, man. Queen Darlene was good. The Val was good. Rodriguez was popping, my man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Real talk. Jermaine hit it right ahead. Cat has a hoop tonight with Brunson and Mitch out. Hopefully Shaman is playing. He's not on.
Yeah, he's questionable.
Questionable. He probably get some burn. But Will the Thrill, what is good, my man?
Yes, sir. Let me look over
Will the Thrill, Colorado in the building. What is good, Will? My brother. Like I say, every time I see a person come up in the chat, I ain't seen it in a minute. When you get up here, I hope you're alive and I hope you're well. Will, good to see you, my man. Real talk, man. Good to see you for real. But you know what, man? Just on this note right here, you know what was just disappointed about last night, ladies and gentlemen? It was like we came in off a 2 or 3 day absence from playing basketball. So I get it. You come in the gym, you come into the game, you might be a little off shooting, you're a little rusty because you haven't played, and practicing in the gym is not like playing another team on the court. But when Jalen Brunson went down, I didn't see nobody rally the troops. You know what I mean? Like, yo, y'all, listen, we got to get this shit. I mean, I don't know if they did it there. It's hard to see it when you're watching it from TV, but I didn't see who was that guy or them guys said, we're going to get in this huddle. Listen, we need to get this shit, man. You know what I mean? We need to go ahead and form like Voltron, like we said, and get it. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that energy. And I'm not even going to single Cat out per se. It's not about singling him out, but being that he's the next guy, I wish Cat would have said, listen, y'all get on my back. We about to do this shit. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that from him. That's why I was disappointed only in that because everybody was off. He wasn't the only one off. Everybody was off. But him being that big time dude, the big time contract, he's one of our 1A guys. That's the only thing disappointed me about last night with that. That's it. And us, obviously, the hustle play. But I was like, man, what is going on out here? And like we said in the pregame show, listen, DeRozan, Westbrook, Levine,
man.
Yeah, they legitimate. Listen, them ain't the average player. Them some bona fide dude. 2 of them going straight to. I'm going to the Hall of Fame.
Facts. So first ballot.
Yeah, they first ballot. Work. Yeah.
Easy.
Yep. And that's what happened. But I'm disappointed that we lost the game when we was off a couple of days, and then to see our 1A dude go down, and I just wanted to see that urgency. I don't know. I think somebody said something in the chat earlier. I think it might have been. I'm gonna get a chat response to this. Let me see who it was. I think he had a good point there. Oh yeah. Darren said acquisitions of Cat and Bridges and losing Hart changed the grit of this team. He might be on to something. From a grit standpoint. He might be on to something because Cat go hard. He's not gritty. You know what I mean? He's not gritty. Mikal is not gritty, but he plays hard, but he's not gritty. So I can understand where Darren was going with that in a sense. Man-child was popping. My man was good. Good to see you. It's been a minute, man-child. I love seeing people who haven't seen the wild man. Because when y'all come up in here, I know that means y'all still out here. You still out here doing your thing when you're grinding, man-child. Good to see you, my brother. Like I said, Will as well. Always good to see people, man. And that's the Knicks Real Talk. Y'all always family forever up in here. So good to see you guys, man. Real talk. Thanks for coming in, man. But I guess we got to wash that game away later. Then we got to talk about it because it happened. We're just disappointing overall. But like Shaw Powell said, we still in second, and we just got to continue to grind and go hard, man. But this is a big game tonight for a lot of reasons. I don't know if we're gonna win the game, but we damn sure got to put that effort out there. You got to make up for last night, ladies and gentlemen, to me, because it won't be no excuse that we out of rhythm. You got your rhythm back last night. You know what I mean? Because, now they need to go into that game tonight, knowing that you don't have Jalen Brunson coming out the gate and no Mitchell Robinson. So now we're going to rely on our younger guys again. The bail is out again. You know what I mean? Now we're going to look for the DeWarras and the McCullers and especially Cole's going to be starting tonight. And maybe Hot Porty, because I still don't think y'all haven't showed me nothing, especially last night. But like I said, everybody was off last night. I did like Mikal hitting some big time shots to try to keep us in the game. I got to give him credit for that. He hit some big time threes in that game and some big time shots that try to keep us in that game. And that's why I didn't say, well, Cat, where you at, my man? Second half, no points or something like that.
No points, 1 3-pointer all game. You shoot about 38, whatever, 40%. You only shoot 1. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing in the second quarter. That sound like you. I mean, I'm not saying nothing. I was upset this morning. I even threw in the pocket. You know what I mean? Because I'm a Knicks fan, I want to root for my guys. I don't want to downgrade them or make them. I'm in my head anyway. You know, that other day, man, when he went down to hurt that leg, maybe that leg still ailing him a little bit or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. He always on the floor. He always rolling around. He hurt his leg the other day. I try to make it up in my head and stuff like that. But that was for me, my fandom. Cat, that was a disappointing game for me for Cat last night. You know what I mean? Because I 50, you get the most bread on the court. Jalen Brunson down, and you is the dude. Come on, you can't get 22, 25. Come on, man. You shoot one, you don't go do that sound that made me feel like something like you that's beef. I don't know. Let me shut up.
Yeah. Hey, I get your you know, the way you feeling, man. Because I second that. I think, you know, our big dude would have came up and played last night. I am disappointed in that, even though the whole team wasn't shooting well.
And
but
that's last night's game, only that game, not no other game, just last night's game. That means emphasize that too. I love Cat. Cat plays good ball. He got that game last night to me. My fault. I'm sorry, Devon. I got to get it out. That game last night to me, that's how I felt about Cat. No, I'm not saying no other game. That game to me last night, I felt disappointed. You know what I mean? I can't say that often.
Yep. Real talk. Hey, salute the travel vibe. Travel was good. NBA economy was popping, man. Appreciate you coming in. Real talk. For real. A Deval and Rodriguez, you're right though. It's a weird energy, man. It really is. Rodriguez, it's a weird energy to this team right now, and I can't figure it out. But it really is. And now I don't know if they not. Is it just a slump, or they not handling the way Mike Brown coaching? I don't know. But you got a good point there, Rodriguez. It is a different type of energy with this team because normally games like that, you know, you're supposed to be like, okay, let's get this shit going, man. It seems like we said it early in the show last night. It seems like the Knicks always get down to get up. You know what I'm saying? You got to get down before you get up, which you should be up and then take it from there. But it seems like they're always down, then they got to get up. No matter who ain't having a good game or whoever playing or not, they always seem like they get down. They always falling behind. That's telling me something that I got to keep an eye on. And that's why I said that's a great point. Right? I got to keep an eye on the temperature because I told Shaw Powell, ladies and gentlemen, before the season started, I really didn't have a problem with the players per se because we know what they do. I have to watch what Mike Brown do this year because he the newest guy on the team. Like all the other guys were there last year, all our players except for maybe Yabusele and Clarkson. So I wasn't really concerned about the players. I was concerned how this team is going to adapt to what Mike Brown do. And just, you know, like I said, we might be in a slump. I'm hoping that's all it is. And we get out of it sooner or later. And that's really what I'm hoping that's all it is. But, you know, now we're going to have to see how we go the next couple of games. Because I told Shaw Powers, this road trip, we come off this road trip, and we said this before the road trip started. This road trip is going to determine what happens at the trading deadline. Ladies and gentlemen, it's rearing its ugly head. It's rearing its ugly head. We said before the Knicks go on this West Coast trip, this is going to determine what this organization is going to do by February the 8th, 9th, 11th, whatever the trading deadline is. And if they keep losing like this here, I think there's going to be some shaking up. And I still think this team is good enough to do what they can do. I really still believe this team has got the players to do what they can do. But just because you got the players don't mean that everybody's going to be able to do it because everybody's not on the same page. I was disappointed last night in our big dog. I really was. And Big Cat been bodying people this year a lot of times, right? He had 40 against Minnesota 2 late. So he had 36 the other night.
He started off great. He going down, dunking, Statue of Liberty, Michael Jordan dunks. I'm like, okay, all right. Yep. And then.
Yeah, that's how we feel it right here, Nick Lamb. But you know, the sun come out tomorrow, but we got to go ahead and chase in San Francisco tonight and go out here and get this thing, man. It's gonna be tough with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green because see one thing about them players, what they know how to do, they know how to get under your skin. They know how to get under your skin, and it's gonna be prevalent that Big Cat, who gonna be that leader tonight? You know, like that's I ain't gonna let these cats go out here and let my boys get in the quagmire without Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for tonight. Who's gonna be that guy? Obviously, Jalen Brunson's not there. These guys is 22 and 19. But this we got to respond tonight. I do not want the Knicks to go down there tonight and don't respond, Shaw Powers, because it shouldn't be that way. We should go down there tonight, play with a sense of urgency. We got to play like we fighting for the last playoff spot. See, what the problem is, I think with this team right now, we too comfortable because we up there at second. This team is too comfortable. They feel like, okay, we good. We could turn it on anytime we want to. No, you can't. No, you cannot. You know, and that's what I don't want. If this team get blowed out tonight, man, I'm gonna have a problem up in this joint, y'all. For real. So I'll just say all that to say, man, hope we play better tonight. We in Golden State, man, and we got to go out there and respond, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it's streaming on League Pass and Sling TV. You can see the game on MSG and NBA League Pass and NBC Sports California. So you can check it out there. But tonight we got to really see how our guys respond. If y'all gonna respond, because like I said, it wasn't even a defense issue last night, ladies and gentlemen. We only gave up 112 points for the last 3 or 4 or 5 games. They've been playing pretty good. You know what I mean? They've been playing pretty good on the defense side of the ball. But man, we got to get this thing together. So we'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully everything get better tonight, Shaw Powers. Because listen, they still got one of the greatest shooters of all time out there, if not the greatest shooter of all time out there. Jimmy Butler, you know what he do. And when everybody plays the Knicks, they want to beat the Knicks, man. It's just that name on the jersey brings something out of people. New York City brings out the worst in some of these teams because they can't beat New York. You know what I mean? In a sense, because but we got to get it going tonight, man. I want to see this team respond different. It's going to be tough because it's always tough to play on the road. Number one, was already tough to play on the road already as it is. But we can't get this game away without fighting tonight.
I'm hoping to see a different game. You know, it's very rare that you see the Knicks have everybody having a bad shooting game. Like, everybody. We had 6 players that was in double figures, but I think out of the 6 players, all 5 of them was in negatives. You know what I mean? So they it happens, you know what I mean? Very rare, you know what I mean? It was a rare occasion, you know what I mean? And our defense wasn't bad because we kept team under 114 points. You know what I mean? When we was on that run, 114 points was what we was keeping teams. 111 to 112 points was great. We just had no offense. I mean, our offense last night, 8 for 500 shots last night, 500 3-pointers last night was bad, you know what I mean? And our free throws wasn't as great either, you know what I mean? Under 80%. I think we missed like 10, 9, 10, 11, something like that. So those things where we got out-rebounded, but what we did good was we out offensive rebounded them last night. Mitchell Robinson was a beast. I mean, we out offensive rebounded, but if I'm not mistaken, they won the rebounding collectively by 2 or 3 rebounds or something like that. So we just got to get out and be better because for me, this team here is better, in my opinion, than what we played last night. So if we can contend best with them, let's see what happens.
Yeah, Nostalgic was good, my dude. Salute. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all just seen I just threw that up there. Let me put it back up there. And y'all guys, what y'all think, man? Real quick, worries or no worries? Hit me up in the chat. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. Worries or no worries? Are we not? Are you guys worried about the direction of where we going right now with this losing streak? Or you not really worried because it's part of the NBA season? It's a long journey. Hit me up. Let me know, man. You worried or you're not worried? I'm not worried. I'm concerned. I don't know if I can make the 2 words. One of them might be not more emphasis on one than the other. Worry, no. Concern, yes, in a sense, because even though we losing games, it's just too much peak and valley to me. We either gonna peak or we gonna valley it, and this is why it's a big game tonight. And I know a lot of people know we got a talented team, Shop Out. We do have a talented roster there, but we also got an expensive roster there. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I say with this worry thing. Or do you guys feel like we need to move on from a player, or we need to bring in another player? We always think we could be better because obviously we know Yob going to be out, and right now Yob and Daddier with the topic of discussion about trading. But now that this thing happened, like I said, a lot of people are feeling some type of way about this thing, man. And we got to see how this thing gonna pan out, how it's gonna play out. But I'm not worried. I'm concerned. But I tell you what, I don't want to see us keep losing games. Like we be playing 500 and under basketball last. That's what I'm really concerned about.
Way under 500. I think we
under
3 or 4 out of the last 10.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with that, man. It's just that, I think you're right. The start to trade soon. I think so. Like some things Brown doing, I'm not really. I understand that, Deval. I can see where you're going with that, man. Because like I said, he's not a perfect coach, and he is doing things that we got to get adjusted to. But like he can get the smoke too. Mike Brown can get the smoke too, because sometimes when you got a talented roster like we have, this thing should be like. He's the one that set the tone. Him and Jalen Brunson, and he's the coach. You know what I mean? So he's gonna set the tone for this team. So I can understand why Deval feels some type of way about that as well. Because, okay, if your guys come out flat, what are they not doing when they're not playing? Where's their mindset at? What are they doing? Or are they in the film room? One thing about Tibbs had these cats ready he keep them ready, man. Kids had these cats ready, but he was also one of them coaches where I don't know how Mike Brown, and one thing I didn't know about Tibbs, I can say that I'm not saying Tibbs is better than him, and I'm not meaning. I'm just talking about the way they dealt with the team. Tibbs was a guy who the team really respected him. Whether you might like it or not, they respected him. The way he did it, how he did it, you knew it was Tibbs' way, and that's the way it's going to be. And he did that and got us to a lot of places. We might not like his coaching style or how many he didn't play the young guys enough, or he might have did like this here. But one thing they knew that his game plan and the way he coached, they respected it. And now I'm like, you can't, if the Knicks lose Mike Brown after one season, that's a big failure. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying that. I'm not even advocating that. But if that would have happened, you fired Tibbs, and the year that later you bring the coach in that you replace him, you fired him. That would be scary to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, these like going back to the old days. You know what I mean? Like, well, we reversing back to the days when we just were flying coaches every year and shit. So we don't want to go there, and I'm not even implementing that's going to happen. But I'm with Queen Darlene. I'm very concerned about what we playing, man. We don't supposed to be like this, ladies and gentlemen. We got almost $150 million starting lineup out there. 50 million, 40 million, 40 million, close to 40 million, 30 million. 20 million. I'm like, come on, you know what I mean? So I understand we go through these things, Shop. I really do, man. It's a long season. Guys been injured. Guys go out. Guys go in. Like we said at the beginning of the season, I'm going to give it to you right quick. We said when Mike Brown came here, I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sustain more injuries this year than we did on the Tibbs. Why? Because there's a lot of fucking moving. They moving too much. A lot of moving. And I was like, the Knicks going to have a lot of injuries this year because, see, one thing about Tibbs' system, They played more stationary. Let me put it like they played more stationary than running up and down, cutting and splashing, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, but I knew this was going to happen. And sure enough, Danny, everybody in that starting line this year been injured. Everybody. All our starters been out this year sometime. Jalen Brunson been out, except for Mikal, obviously, because he's the Iron Man. So, but Shaw Powers, I say all that to say, man, we got to just try to get this thing back on track, man. I ain't jumping off the wagon or nothing like that. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed. I still think the Knicks going to be able to pull it all together. But, I'm a little concerned about this shit. Like Queen Darlene said, I'm a little concerned, man. I really am. Because I just thought that, we supposed to be better than this. We got too many talented players with all that money out there. We got a roster full of dollars, bro. And we just got to get it together. And them players got to live up to their contracts on a regular. And that's what I think. Let's live up to your contract. And there's a lot of pressure playing in New York City. It is a lot of pressure. But y'all was here last year, and y'all made it to the Eastern Conference Finals now. So it ain't like that pressure should bother you because you went through it last year, and you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I know it's still early, halfway through the season. Are you worried in anything, Shop Howard? Are you worried? Do you feel like we got to do something? Or just give me your feelings about where we at right now after 40 games, which is pretty much halfway through the season. Holler at me about that, man. Where you at with that?
I'm not concerned. I'm more concerned than worried, if that makes sense. I'm concerned about how we playing and what our guys are playing for. And I mean, you got some guys look like they really out there trying to win, and some guys, some nights just not up to the task. You know what I mean? And I ain't pointing no fingers because some nights, like last night, Duke, I love Deuce, but Deuce didn't make the shots. And it's not his fault that he made no shots. He missed shots. And I mean, this guy's shooting like 48% from three, like that, one of the highest in the league or something like that. He had a bad night last night. And I mean, I could say that, oh man, if Deuce would have hit 2 more of those 3-pointers, that he had an off night. And I mean, you don't see that often. When you see Deuce shoot the shot, majority of the time, yeah, Deuce got that. Oh man, last night was more like, dang. So it happens. Josh Hart, we just talked about Josh Hart coming back, Knicks winning and all that stuff. Josh Hart came back. He had an okay game. I think he had like 10 points, something like that. But no, to me, like you said, Devon, no one was like, yeah, I'm going to get 40 tonight. I'm going to get 28 tonight. I'm going to go out here, and if Jalen Brunson ain't coming back in here, I'm going to get mine tonight. You know what I mean? I'm going to show what I can do when we got a big player down. I didn't see that last night. You know what I mean? That's concerning because we got guys that can turn it up. OG, I didn't see him 30 points. Mikal, 30 points. Cat, 40, 50 points. Those guys, they didn't – not to last night, they didn't step up where I thought they could have. And I mean, and I seen them do it. I done seen all these guys do that. Another thing, like you say, they running a lot. They doing more. They practicing now. They're not sitting watching tape and doing videos like they did with Tibbs. Not saying that's a bad thing, but and I don't know if it's just me because I'm a little old school. I'm tired of seeing these. Maybe it's me. And don't take this no way. Why everybody wearing low-top sneakers all the time playing basketball? Is that just me? Is that just me? Why everybody wearing low tops now, man? Everybody in the sport low tops. I don't know. I used to at least wear mids. You know what? I ain't even gonna throw it out there. My bad.
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. It was crazy about that too because think about last night, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't even understand Jalen Brunson's injury. It wasn't even like he shook himself. Right. He just collapsed like he has.
What's up with these sneakers, man?
Yeah, he got the Kobe joints on. They wear a lot of low tops now.
Yeah, and, low. I don't know. Maybe
yeah, that was crazy right there, man. But listen, we got to find a way to get out this thing, man. I think we will, man. We're gonna go over the injury report and everything. But I just wanted to make sure we get this in before we go over everything up because it's important. Man. We got to make sure we relate to what the fans are feeling. And last night, a lot of fans feeling what we feeling. I just thought that team, I need that person to step up, man. Because listen, everybody think about this here. This is real talk real quick. Think about that. Let's look at every player in our team from the start lineup. Jalen Brunson, laid back. Mikal, laid back. Anunoby, though he got it in him, but he's still laid back. Cat, laid back. Josh Hart, got a little demon in him on a regular basis. But think about it, even who else I'm gonna say? Let's say Clarkson. Yeah, my man. They not that they not dogs, but they just don't seem like they barking hard enough. Let me put it like this: they are not barking hard enough for me. Not that they don't have bark in them. I want to make sure I put that out there because sometimes you don't have to be thuggish or hard to get to be hard. You know what I mean? But what I mean is, if I'm saying it right, like last night, I just wanted to see Cat last night say, "You know what? Go off. Jalen Brunson is down. Y'all need to give me this ball 80 fucking times."
And yeah, excuse my French tonight, Devon, but step the fuck up, man. What the fuck you doing? Excuse me, Chad. I'm sorry. But that's how I felt last night. I still feel like that now, but I felt like that real bad last night. And
that's how bad we wanted it. That's just how bad we wanted it. We wanted that game last night because it was a winnable game, first of all. But like I said in the pregame show, don't underestimate them two Hall of Famers and Levine they got over there. Malik Monk can play basketball. Then cats, sometimes and Doug Christie is a hard-nosed dude. They might not be. They have won a couple of games late. They beat the Lakers and they beat the Houston Rockets. So, but listen, they got dudes over there that's respected. That's why I tell everybody you can't underestimate the heart of these players in the NBA. DeMar DeRozan ain't going down there to lay down. Levine ain't going to lay down, and Westbrook ain't going.
And it's the Knicks, baby.
Yeah, so and they showed the proof last night. And I think overall the last night's game was lost because we didn't shoot well. Let's get it out there. Our defense only gave up 112. Facts. They only gave up 112. Facts. Our shooting was atrocious though. That's what we lost the game at. Honestly, on top of shooting bad, Jalen Brunson went down. What can you say? So we got to get back at this thing, man. Tonight we need to win tonight and go to state. It's gonna be hard, ladies and gentlemen. You don't got the burner in there. Mitchell Robinson's not playing tonight. That go out offense rebounding, that go out a little bit our defense tenacity, to help in the interior part. They're not a big team down there, but they still got Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and these guys. And Deuce didn't do well. Deuce came out. He missed his first 6 or 7, 8 shots. All of them did bad. I think them 2 or 3 days rest. The 2 or 3 days rest. Rodriguez, all of them shot bad after the first quarter. They couldn't even hit the bottom of the ocean. None of them. I was like, damn. They missed about. It got to be like 10, 11 3-pointers in a row. They just was bricking the whole squad. I mean, literally. And so it was just interesting, man. I don't know, man. That shit was crazy to me. But I think it had a lot to do with, first of all, they had a couple of days off and y'all didn't do it right. But like I said, it wasn't the defense last night, ladies and gentlemen. They only gave up 112 points. Right. They could not put that ball in the ocean for nothing last night, man. And let's hope that they could turn that thing around tonight because they're gonna need it, man. And listen, let's go over the injury report and everything. Y'all don't go nowhere, man. We still here, man. Let's get it popping, man. I got the injury report, the star line, everything is the bond shop, power to chat. We'll be right back, man. This thing popping, man. Yeah, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We back, man. And salute to everybody. Listen, right now, y'all seen on the injury report, Jalen Brunson is out. Mitchell Robinson is out. Shaman's questionable. He might be playing tonight. You never know. Hopefully he does. Steph Curry is out. And Tooney is out for them guys. The numbers on the for the individual number stats, we score more than they do. We out rebound them. They assist better than us. That they move the ball a lot. That's Mike Brown's system over there anyway. They move the ball a lot over there. Our field goal percentage is pretty much better than theirs, and we shoot better 3-pointer by maybe percentage or two more than them. They have 30. We were at 38.1. We have 37 now. So because of last night, we just missed a bunch of shots, man. That thing took all the numbers down last night. Other than that,
our assists went down as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they sure did. And they went down as well. But overall, for us, man, like I said, it's just been one of them things where we just got to get back on our horses and find a way to get back on our grind because we definitely not playing in the last so many games the way we're accustomed to playing, the way we started the season. But see, that was the thing. We got spoiled, shot power. We was lighting it up at the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? We was lighting it up. We thought the Knicks was world beaters. They was busting everybody up, man. And then all of a sudden, we hit that low in the season where we started losing some games after that Cup series. We lost games and we just haven't found a way to dig ourselves out of it, man. And that's where I want to see who's gonna be that guy and them players that say, listen, guys, we got to get this shit together. we got to come together and get this thing right. And that's all we're looking for, man. Real talk. I think we will. Shout out to my brother Keith Turner. Keith, what's good, my man? Good to see you. Keith the Beast in the building. Good to see you, Keith, for real, for real. Brian, what's good, Brian? Salute to you, man. Me neither. I don't want to hear no excuses tonight myself, Brian. We got to go out there and get this shit popping tonight, man. I really believe we got to go out there and win this game tonight. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, y'all look at that right quick. Our last 5 games, like I said, we played good defense. We let 112, 114, 112. We've been playing pretty good defensively, but on the other side of the ball, we just haven't been scoring custom when we were scoring early in the year. Let's say in 2025. Let's put it like that. 2025 was good. 2026 starting up pretty rough for the Knicks. So that's what it really would have boiled down to. No guys, they last 5 games. They beat Portland. Atlanta beat them. They smashed. They bust up the Sacramento Kings. We lose to them. That's crazy. They beat the Bucks, and then they lost to the Clippers by 1. So I mean, they've been playing over 500, 3-2 the last so many games. That's how we played them was last year in the regular season.
Low scoring games too.
Yeah, low scoring game. Cat had 29 and 12. White drip tonight for us, ladies and gentlemen. They blue drip tonight, ladies and gentlemen, over there and over there. Projector started, Josh Hart, Tyler Cole, the same lineup I had. Mikal, Anunoby, and Carl Anthony Towns. For them guys, same projector started I had as well. Steph Curry, Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Quentin Post. They pretty much same injury report I had as well. Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, Landry Shamet, same thing I had as well. And Steph Curry, they don't have my man on there, Tooney, but I think he's still out tonight. He was questioned. Game time decision anyway. I apologize for that. But other than that, man, don't forget, we just got to go out here and play tonight, Shot Power. There's all to it. We just got to go out here and play with a lot of effort, a lot of energy tonight. Try to get a win under our belt, man. Nothing beats a bad taste in my mouth by putting a good taste in my mouth with a win. And if we could beat them guys tonight, I think we got a chance to feel a little bit better ourselves. Because last night we all feeling some type of way, and rightfully so. There's not a person in Nickland should be feeling some type of way about last night. So and that type of way shouldn't be a good feeling. I'm not feeling good about nothing last night. I don't care who didn't play, who went down. I'm not feeling good about that because our team is better than that. That's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling about last night's game. I don't give a shit what happened last night. The Knicks should not have lost that game last night the way they lost. Right. That's all too.
Not the way they lost it, right? Exactly. That's my big dilemma. Like I for last night's game and only last night's game that I am saying these things about. Our guys didn't step up like I needed them to step up last night, man. And with Jalen Brunson go down, when Jalen went down, they was like, it seemed like they did like, they should have been like, oh, snap, are you all right? All right, we got you. And buckled up. You know what I mean? Let's see, I'm about to knock my thing down. You know how I feel. But that's what they should have did last night, and I felt that they didn't do that last night.
Yeah, Mikal was the only one to me. He
was
literally trying to. He was like, okay, y'all, let me pick up the scoring. Let me get this going. I mean, what can I say? We ain't gonna hop on that. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm expecting these cats to come out here and listen to back-to-back. Now you coming into a game against a more better team on a back-to-back without Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. It's gonna be tough, and like Nick Yak said, they need to let Hot Porty play tonight. If Yabo play, fine, but I don't think he should get minutes of Hot Porty tonight because you got Mitchell Robinson down. You need another center there. He is a center. So I think he got to be ready now. But not too long ago, I think the other night he was on the injury report with a quad injury. So I don't know how Nick Yak. I don't know how if he's not hurt. You definitely right about that. He should play tonight. But I know he was on the injury report last night because of that quad thing. Let's see if he's able to go tonight. But we got to see how we got to have our young guys got to help us again, man. We need this tonight. Mike Brown need to throw the Warriors out there, the Hot Porties out there, what's the young man name? I keep forgetting I meant to forget his name now. Kevin McCullough. I'm sorry. You need to see these guys tonight. And Shaman give Shaman some burn. You know what I mean? We gotta try our best to fight tonight and win. Because I just don't think it gets no easy after all this stuff. And our next game is gonna be back home. I think we'll be back home after this game against the Suns. Okay, they just beat us. You know what I mean? So we don't know if Jalen Brunson going to be available that game. Then we got the Mavericks after that. So, we got to go out there and win tonight and try to win the best way we can. And I think we're going to be able to, I know we're going to fight tonight because I think that was a disappointing loss for not only for us as a fan shop, but for the team too. I think our team they feel some type of way last night.
Right, no question.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They probably had a team meeting yesterday. And I'm joking again. But who knows, man? I mean, of course, if we feeling like that, if I'm sitting there feeling about a team, you know what I mean, that I only know these guys from what I watch and stuff like that, how do you feel playing the game? You know what I mean? So I definitely believe that they had some kind of feeling tonight, and I think that tonight they'll come out a little different with a little more emphasis on winning tonight. And if so be it, if they may not acquire what I think they're going to win tonight. But just in case if they don't, play like you want to win. I mean, don't look like that. I mean, I'm not saying they didn't want to win because they only lost by 9 points or something like that, 11 points or something like that. So you know what I mean? It ain't like y'all got blown out and that like that. And it is definitely the free throws that I believe that they missed about 10 and 8 for 43 pointers. You know what I mean? That percentage is bad. We usually around 38%. I think the first quarter was like 5%. The first half, I think it was like 5% or something like that. So we fare better in those areas tonight. I think we have a great chance of winning with Jalen Brunson being down and Mitchell Robinson being down. And yes, I wish Divine that they would have left him out last game and had Mitchell Robinson ready for this game. But so be it. They thought they would have Jalen Brunson, and it is what it is. I would love for them to say, "All right, Mitch, you play tonight," because I know this is that protocol that they do, no back-to-backs for him and all that stuff. But we need him tonight. And I mean, he played good last night. He didn't look like anyway. Whatever. That's my family.
Let me ask you a question on that real quick. On that, do you think is that something that Mitchell Robinson team wanted to emphasize, or you think that's a Nick thing where they just not going to play him on back-to-back? Because how I'm concerned that unless they just don't want to take a chance this early in the season with him, like they scared he might get injured, or the trading deadline is here, or past the trading deadline, they don't want Mitch to get hurt, and that really might derail our season. So I might be a 50-50 thing where their team might be saying that as well, and the Knicks don't want to take a chance on him playing back-to-back because of the injury history. But neither here or there. I think tonight, I'm going to put it all on Big Cat's shoulder again. You are a guy. You are a big dog tonight because that's what we paid you for. We paid you to be this guy. Tonight, and the history with him and Jimmy Butler and how Draymond, the Cat should take that shit to heart tonight.
70 points tonight.
Cat should go out there tonight and oh my God. If Cat respond tonight, he'll kill a lot of the noise from last night.
Yeah, no question.
He need to go out there tonight and put on these dudes tonight, man, because Cat got game like that. That's what was so disappointing last night. Cat got game like that. We seen this dude body motherfuckers all year last year and this year at some point. He got skills like that. Cat need to go out there and put his footprint on his game, his print on his game. I need Anunoby and Mikal. I need y'all cats to rise to the occasion tonight. On my key matchups, here's why I like I still like us without Brunson. Okay, that means you got to put. That don't mean it's going to go this way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just using this as what can happen. You put Mikal on Steph Curry, just because he's linky, and Mikal can kind of get on that perimeter. And even if you put Kolek on Moody, I don't care. Or you could put Kolek on Curry, but that's going to be tough. But then obviously Jimmy Butler, all you got to do is throw Anunoby on him. You know what I mean?
That's usually the matchup.
Yeah, and then Draymond is not an offense threat. So you could put Josh Hart on him. I don't know who Quentin Post is. I didn't watch his game every day, but I don't give a fuck who Quentin Post is. He ain't no damn Karl Anthony Towns. He averaged 8 points a game. Karl Anthony Towns averaged 20-something. So I still think if our defense come to play and everybody just play their game tonight, that means Deuce and Bride and Jordan Clarkson, y'all got to find a way to dig deep in yourselves tonight. And let guys like Hot Porty and Dewara and McCullough and let them guys get a little bit of burn, see if they can pull off. Because you think about it, every time them guys had an opportunity to play, one time Dewara had 18, McCullough had 18. You know what I mean? So they capable. But I want to see this team really. And if they lose, that's fine. If they lose, but I want to see y'all lose by 1 or 2 tonight. I don't want to see y'all lose by no 30 because that telling me that y'all checking out. And I don't think this team checked out. I'm concerned, but I don't think they checked out. Tonight, we got to go out there and give it to them, Shop Power. Now, I think this team going to respond tonight. Number one, their captain is down. And number two, they know they stunk up the joint coming off that 3-day hiatus.
Right.
And their efficiency wasn't good the other night. And that's really what happened the other night. Just the efficiency wasn't good. But when the game came to the line, I'd see the eye of the tiger or that lion heart through the whole team respond last night. And hopefully we can give us a better thing tonight. And I think they do that. They got a chance to win that thing tonight for sure.
I've been throwing jokes out there all day today, so I'm gonna just throw another joke. Maybe everybody had this 3-day rest and everybody went home.
Flew back
everybody went home. You know what I mean? Everybody went home. You know, everybody got engaged. Everybody just got a baby. Blah blah blah. I'm just throwing jokes out there. That's being funny, man. But yeah, I mean, yeah, man. That's about it, man. And damn, I didn't do the joke out there. I didn't forget what I was gonna say, but that's the funny I just wanted to throw out there. Maybe that could have been I'm throwing hell snowballs out there in the hell fight over there.
Wow, yeah, that was a game that they could have won. If I could have, would have, if it was split, we know all that. But let's see, we respond tonight. Yeah. That's all we do. You gotta just close that game out, put it back in your memory, put it out. It's all a memory now. You can't live it again. And go out there and try to go out here and win this game. Travel by, don't do me like that, bro. Travel by the gymnastics is going to OKC. Book it. God, what you want to win over the next 10 years? That's crazy. Pull him, check Holmgren and Hart.
I mean, you know, the funny thing there was some things said about that he goes there and I Heart is up. You know, I think they ain't gonna re-sign him again. His contract is already up, almost up. This is second year. He got only one more. I think he got 3 years, right? So maybe. I mean, just saying.
Wow.
You know what I mean, just saying. So maybe that might have. Maybe they might be something with I Heart got like 28 million, 30 million. They got a whole bunch of young. They got about 15,000 first-round picks, man. They can get Giannis, no problem. You want Giannis? We got about 15 first-round picks. You want?
I like what AP said. He said Bucks get destroyed right now. He said Bucks getting destroyed. Make the trade now while it's hot. They get 104 to 69. At least I got here by the Spurs, ladies and gentlemen. Damn.
I'm gonna say a stupid trade out there. Just since we almost towards the end, this is a stupid trade. But if they may be still talking about Giannis right now, you never know what goes on behind the scenes. What if we could get Giannis, but we had to give up Mikal Bridges, Cat, and Deuce, but we get back Giannis, and we get back Portis, and we get back Giannis, Portis, and we get back the other junior, Tanaskis.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And the scramble numbers. I don't know if the numbers all match up, how they match up or something like that, but I seen that out there. I heard that out there from someone, a source from a source telling another source or something like that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So that's something that's out there. Maybe just get him beat up, maybe you don't want to be out there and be like, oh man, give me a trade. Maybe you're on the low, like, yo, listen, I don't know how much longer I could do this, man. I love y'all, man. But if y'all trade me and it don't look like I'm asking for a trade, can y'all do that? I'm just saying. Throwing it out there, that's a hyperbole. My bag. I got the wrong shirt on to be throwing on a hyperbole.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Yeah, listen, like I said last night, the whole team shot bad. Defense played well. Everybody had a three-day rest off. Everybody just didn't shoot well. That game was lost. The team lost that game last night because nobody shot the ball well. We only gave up 120 points on the defense. Right. Good job. Deuce was off. Cat was off. Anunoby was off. Hart was off. Mikal tried to get us back in the game. You lose Jalen Brunson. It happens. Shit happens. So there's nobody on that team could do what Jalen Brunson could do. So when Jalen Brunson went down, it definitely was over to me. Not over, but it was going to be harder to win because, there's only one Jalen Brunson out there, on the Knicks. And so, yeah, but AP liked that trade. Giannis, Bobby Portis, and Thanasis for Mikhail, Deuce and Bride, and Cat, you said? Okay. That's an interesting trade right there. Because yeah, you're right, Nick. Yeah, and Mitch was phenomenal. He was a demon. You know, I guess I'm more talking about from a point standpoint, but yeah, Mitch was a demon, Nick Yak, for sure. Last night, man. Them the two of the guys that really played well last night. Everybody else didn't even really bring it. And that was just the bad thing about last night. It was just a shooting thing, ladies and gentlemen. They had 2 or 3 days off, and the ball couldn't fall in the ocean. Couldn't even fall in the ocean. So we'll see if they respond tonight. You know, you could tell where things happen. One night they got it going, one night they don't. And that's the concerning thing about the Knicks for me right now. Over this losing streak, 1 minute we got it, 1 minute we don't. 1 minute we got it, 1 minute we don't. You know, and that's the concerning part about it. But at the same time, 25 and 15, we still in the halfway point of the season. So far, 2026 haven't been good to the Knicks. Let's see if they can turn it around. Because like I said, after this homestand, it's going to say a lot about what could happen in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, you ain't right. Rodriguez said the ocean ain't hard to miss neither. That's fact. It ain't hard to miss, my brother. I don't know what to say. Like I said, they wasn't hitting them shits for nothing, bro. And like I said, man, I don't know if that had anything to do with days off and whatever. I don't make no excuses for none of that shit. You make it, you make it. You don't, you don't. You do it, you do it. You don't, you don't. I don't make no excuses for it. So that's how I live my life. I don't make no excuses about nothing. If I do it, I do it. If I don't do it, I don't do it. Ain't no reason why I didn't do it. No, fuck that. If I did it, that's it. That's it. Do that. I don't do that. Did you clean the bathroom? Why? Ain't no why, motherfucker. Did you clean the bathroom, motherfucker? Did you go to work the other day? No. Why? I don't want to hear why. Did you go? Yes or no? That's it. Did you make the shot last night? I don't care why you made it, how you didn't make it. You missed the motherfucking shot. That's all to it. So that's what happened last night for the Knicks, man. Hopefully we be better at it tonight, man. We really need. I would love to get this game just to get the nasty taste out of our mouth. Because if it's up to me, I don't want this team going no way but the right way. You know what I mean? Objective we all could be. I am a Knicks fan. I'm a fan. Not only I'm a Knicks fan. I want the Knicks to do well because I want them to go deep. We haven't had a championship since 1973. We yearning for this, man. We are yearning for that chip, bro. And all I want, before I leave the planet, before I go return to the essence, all I want is a chip. All that day-to-day shit about all the hype, all the other theatrics in the theater. I don't care about none of that. All I want the Knicks to do, Shop Holler, before I leave this planet, is win a ring. Win a ring, bro. And we had a team that was capable. Even we would have needed a couple more pieces. I think we got a nucleus that can win. And in today's NBA, there's a lot of parity. We one of the better teams up there. We done lost almost under 500 in the last 10 games, and we still right where we at.
Right.
We still
right. How good are we then? You know what I mean? That's a fact.
We playing bad basketball, ladies and gentlemen. We are literally playing bad basketball. And we still right where we at because we played so much good basketball, it gave us a cushion. You know what I mean? See, we was up in the peak way more than we down in the valley this year. We 25 games in the peak, we 15 games in the valley. So overall, we ain't no under 500 team. We not in the 13th position. We not in the 6th position. We not even in the 8th position or the 4th position. Shit, we still. But Boston just won tonight. They they're about to win, and he had that the whole game. And Pistons just beat the Suns by 3. And the Pistons had that. The Suns had that game for a whole while. This game, but they lost. So I mean, I say all that to say that what, whatever happens, happens. If by the trading deadline, we'll see what the Knicks gonna do between now and then. Do they need to make some moves? Only they gonna determine that. They're gonna determine Mike, James Dolan, and all these Leon Rose and all these guys. Whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna determine where this team's gonna go if they need to make moves. And we'll see what they're gonna do for us. We're gonna see if they're gonna say, coming into the season, we thought this team was ready. They thought they was ready. You know what I mean? They felt this is what James Dolan and all them cats felt. They felt like they had a team that can win it. So we know, and I agree with them in a sense. Like I said, we just stuck in a rut somewhere. You know what I mean? We just not playing over 500 basketball. But I don't like the inconsistency. I don't. I really don't. I don't like this. Right. I don't like this January shit. We stunk it up in January. And we was running amok from in 2025 at the start of the season to now, a little different. So let's see, man. If it go the other way, then they're gonna make some moves. If they don't, They don't make the move, they bleed. The organization believes, Shaw Powers. If they don't make a move, they still must believe that this team gonna go where they're gonna go with. That's what I think. So tonight I'm gonna go like this here. I'm always gonna pick, if the guys bring their A game tonight, try to respond. No Jalen Brunson. Who's gonna be that next man up tonight? I'm gonna say this here. The reason why I'm gonna go with Big Cat tonight, because the other positions got solid defenders like Jimmy Butler gonna make it hard on, and Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, whoever they guarding tonight, gonna have a tough out tonight because them twos could defend. See, Draymond Green, that's what he do. Jimmy Butler can defend. So whoever they guard tonight gonna have a rough night tonight. I believe that from a percentage standpoint. So it's got to be a collective thing. But let's see if, hoping Big Cat can, respond tonight, man. It's all good, man. Listen, we want Big Cat to do what Big Cat do. Big Cat been doing it for us since he been here. That don't mean he's gonna stop now. Shop Power looking for Big Cat to respond tonight. Drop close to 30 tonight. Give us double tonight, and help will this team on and see what it is. And I think I'm wanting to see Tyler Kohler get out there and get it popping tonight. I think he's gonna be able to do some things for us tonight because I know Steph Curry's not a great defender, but he puts in effort. But I like Tyler Kohler's young energy against guys like Steph Curry.
He plays good defense.
Yeah. So let's see if he can kind of get. We need our young guy to give us some pace tonight. That's what I want to see tonight. So I'm gonna go out there on the limb tonight and say, without Jalen Brunson, we lose 28 points. It's hard to replace that on this team. I got the New York Knicks, like, ladies and gentlemen, 115 or 110. 115-110 against the Golden State Warriors tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Big Cat responds tonight.
Control the pace, grab your rebounds, hit your free throws, shoot over 37% for three-point land tonight. We got to get back over 27 assists. We have to get back over 27 assists. At the ratio right now, I think we need 26 point something. We have to get back over 27 assists. We do better when we over 20 assists. We definitely great when we in the 30s. So we need to get back to that. No Mitchell Robinson tonight, so we have the gang rebound. And if we're going to go in here hard, I'm looking for a big game for Josh Hart tonight, because we're going to need him to really rebound and help Cat out rebound the basketball. We need a big game for Cat, no question about that tonight. We need him to show all that $54 million, $50 whatever million that you're getting paid, and not have a game something similar to last night. One of those games that you had the 44, he had another big game this year. So let's see a bigger game tonight. I think that I expect him to do that tonight. That's for my fandom, because that was an off night for him. And I even equated it to his leg hurt. Anyway, tonight I got the Knicks winning also, and I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. But I got the Knicks winning tonight, 114-111. 114-111. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Both these teams are going to probably come out with their better defense tonight. Some of the bigger players are going to have bigger games. I think it's going to be a matchup of Cat scoring against Curry scoring tonight. So let's get it 114. When I say 114, 111, 115, 111. Let's go 115, 111.
Yeah, I think I had 115, 110, but yeah, that's the.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad.
Okay, that's 114, 111, I think.
114 and 111. That's what I thought it was. 114, 111. Yeah, I think it's going to be low.
Here's another thing that I think that we can help us out tonight. I really believe that. I think we had the two main positions I think can help us out is that I think that Anunoby can try to neutralize Jimmy Butler, because that's one of their better scorers. And I believe if you put McHale on Steph Curry, because of the wingspan, the length, and all that, we got a good chance to kind of neutralize their offense if we bring out. We've been playing defense lately good because we only gave up 112 last night against some prolific scorers like Levine and DeRozan and all that. So from a defense standpoint, if our defense could play tonight and at least make it kind of hard for them guys, I'm not going to say you're going to stop them, but instead of shooting 48%, make them shoot 40%. And hopefully Big Cat can respond tonight and just get it popping. Listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and question whether Big Cat can play basketball, ladies and gentlemen. The man can play.
Right.
He just didn't play last night. I was disappointed not scoring in that second half. But that, at all the time that Cat played basketball, a lot of his games be good, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of them be good. A lot of Big Cat games be popping. But last night, he just didn't come to play in that second half. And like Shaw said, I don't know if it's contributed to maybe that knee could be hurting the way he went down that game against Portland. That was kind of crazy the way Cat came down on that knee. Not making no excuse, but let's respond tonight. No matter what happened, no matter what it is, we want the Knicks to win that game tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because we are wanting this team to go deep in the playoffs, and we want them to win every game. We know it's not reality, but we want them to. I'm never rooting against the Knicks, but reality does set in. They ain't gonna win every game, but damn, I ain't gonna try to will them on to win every game. So tonight, let's get it popping. I like the matchups in that game. I do believe we can get some offense popping tonight. We got a good chance to win that game if our offense kind of play and our defense play the way they played the last couple of games. Since that LA Clipper game, we've been playing pretty good defense. Even the Phoenix game, right. We 114. So let's let our defense get a popping tonight, man. If they can go out there and play and we find a way to bounce back. I think we have a better shooting game than last night. I guarantee you that much. Now, I don't know how much energy we're going to have coming off a back-to-back, but I bet you we shoot better than we shot last night. I can guarantee you that tonight.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, man. So let's get it, man. Shoot to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for coming. Hit that like, subscribe for your brothers, man. We ain't here all day, every day. We 82 gamers, and we be here, man. Next game, we got the Suns, ladies and gentlemen, back at the world most famous arena. I would love to end this road trip on a good note, and then we get back and let's see what Jalen Brunson's gonna be at in the next week or two, whatever. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. I haven't heard anything, but let's hope he be back soon. Because now we at the halfway point of the season. It's time to go ahead and get it popping. So salute to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all. Come apologize. That's not what I meant to do there. Let's get it, man. We see our shot pop. My brother, holla at you.
You already.
All right, peace. Peace.
You are now about to witness.
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand is hands-on, going hard like calluses. Who style just aiming at your mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, we get it like crypto in the rip though. I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT strip club leading up to tip off. We flew like confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, summary in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, so we are popped up from the third eye. You heard why? It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue skies. And Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks kid assassin.
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!